No, your skull is not supposed to touch your back. That is a hypermobile range of motion. And if you have that extra range of motion, you probably have a ton of neck and shoulder tension that starts all the way from the base of your skull, going down your neck and throughout the top, middle of your shoulders. So let's get to tenderizing. Here are 3 things that you can do to help release some of that tension. Because remember, tight neck and shoulder muscles mess with our breathing. First is for the muscles toward the base of our skull, the occipital, suboccipital, and some of our deep neck extensors. The reason these muscles can get so tense is because oftentimes they're working extra hard to hold our head up, which is actually a job more for our neck flexors, but that's a topic for a different video. For this one, I like to use a half foam roller, although you can use whatever you have that works, and it certainly doesn't have to have this whatever. But you're just gonna lie down or putting the foam roller up against a wall, sitting against it, whatever is comfortable for you, and just very, very slowly moving your head back and forth. And I'm really trying to focus on keeping my chin slightly elevated, meaning I don't want to tuck my chin. I want to keep that natural curve in the back of my cervical spine. Not pushing into it or anything, just very gently letting the foam roller do the work. If you don't have a half foam roller, you could use like a regular foam roller. Just prop yourself up a little bit higher so that you don't have like an awkward neck position. Again, you just want to make sure you have that nice neutral cervical spine. Next is going to be for some of those same deep neck extensor muscles that run all the way down the neck, as well as the levator scapula and the upper trapezius, which sits on top of the levator scapula. The levator scapula in particular can be an issue for a lot of people because you can see that lateral attachment at the side of the neck and then how it connects to the very top inside border of our shoulder blade. So if this is tight, you can see how it's going to pull that shoulder blade up and away from the rib cage. Even if you have forward head posture where you're straining forward and this muscle is stretched out, you're still going to be creating tension back here from that strain, and you probably are going to still need release. This is one of those areas where a lot of us have hypertonicity and hypertrophy. We have a lot of locking, cramping, and overworking of muscles because of underworking of other muscles. Something you can do is using a gua sha or just something similar to help stimulate blood flow. And like I said, our goal is to kind of tenderize these muscles, so part of that is stimulating blood flow, which is a really great way to help promote tension release without traditional stretching, which can obviously be relatively unsafe, especially for our neck. Be careful, you don't have to press hard. Again, the idea is just to warm the area up. And bonus if someone else can do this for you so that you can just completely relax into it. If you don't have like specific gua sha tools, use whatever you have. This will work fine. And this is the one that you're probably all waiting for, trigger point for your traps, but not just your traps. So showing you all of the trigger points for the full trapezius, and we've just been focusing on the upper, so we're really looking at primarily those top 3 that run along the neck and shoulder. Using a trigger point ball or anything you have that's similar and a density that's going to work for you, we always need to remember our skin is very sensitive, very gentle, so not too much pressure, not too much pushing. It's like Goldilocks, just enough. Tennis balls can be really great because they've got a lot more give. A really hot tip that I made you wait until the very end for is that if regular trapezius release doesn't seem to work for you, it might be because you actually need to release your levator scapular, which is what this is. Those 2 X's are showing you the trigger release points for the levator. And remember, I talked about how whether you're pulling forward or pulling backward, you may be holding tension at that area where the muscle connects to the scapula, and that can get so tight, tense, and just incredibly painful. So those are a couple of areas that you can focus on as well. I personally also really like to focus on kind of this upper border. There are a lot of muscles and there's a lot going on. This is your collarbone. It pulls around to the front. But there's so much going in right here at this top border of the scapula. So trying to get a little bit of massage trigger point release up in through here can also feel amazing. And if lying down on the floor doesn't work, sometimes I'm like a bear against like a doorway, the frame of a doorway or a wall. That can work really well. That was a little longer than I intended, but hopefully you stuck around for the whole thing. Let me know if it was helpful. We'll see you. I just hit myself in the face with it. I'm leaving it. We'll see you for the next one. Bye.